We're here in Salzburg, and we are here for a full tilt poker tour, going around and promoting the sport. And obviously, you are the biggest name in the game. And how's it feel?
I mean, I'm excited to be here, man. I mean, I never expected to be on stage in an arena with a microphone in my hand. I mean, when I first started playing poker, so it's exciting to see the way poker has grown, through the years.
Well, we got 9,000 screaming fans out there, and by far you got the biggest ovation. Obviously, with the 2 bracelets this year and the main event final table coming up, you've got a lot of media scrutiny on you. You've been a little bit reclusive. Is that part of the Phil Ivey image and plan? Or?
No, just, I like to play poker. So I don't have as much time as, I would say, the rest of the poker world that plays, poker tournaments. I don't have as much downtime as they do. When they're not playing a poker tournament, they have nothing else to do. So when I'm not playing a poker tournament, I play more poker, So I would much rather be playing poker than doing an interview, so I kind of shade away from it, even though I'm kind of going in the other direction now. Because of the main event, I'm starting to take more interviews, as you can see.
As we can see, yeah, and we're very happy for it. Phil, a lot of side bets. We know you're making a lot of side bets here on the main event. I happen to be on the other side of you for the main event championship, and I'm not happy about it, believe me. How much is this main event worth to you, over and above the $8.5 million?
I don't want to.
Come on now.
I can't say. I don't know. I haven't added it up yet.
More than $5 million?
I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to say.
You do know, but you don't want to say.
I don't know the exact number, no.
But it's
I know a roundabout number, what it is.
More than 6 zeros.
I don't want to discuss it. I'm not comfortable discussing that stuff on camera.
Okay, fair enough. But suffice to say, you enjoy the prop betting and the side bets.
I like the prop betting, of course. That's what, I get up for a tournament, I have extra money on. When you have to play 3 days to win 200, to win a small amount of money compared to, the games that I play in.
Right.
When I have to put some extra money on it, a prop bet, then it gives me extra motivation to perform better.
You've been playing a lot of tournaments at the World Series, obviously, and still, even after busting out of the tournament, you're in Bobby's room playing the cash games. Which do you enjoy more, and which do you get more satisfaction out of being the best at? Because personally, I think you're the best at both.
Well, thank you. I like to play the cash games just because you're playing against really good players. All the time in tournaments you play against a lot of people that don't really even play that much poker. And not that I mind playing against them, it's just more of a challenge playing against good players. And you have to make decisions, have to manage your money, and things of that nature. So I think I enjoy the cash games more than tournaments right now.
This final table coming up, obviously if you win the main event, it's history. It's already history that you're even at the final table. But if you were to win the main event, how do you think you're going to go about representing poker to the masses and in the next year?
The thing is, I've never been one to plan ahead, so I start to worry about that once I've won the main event. I don't want to start thinking. I don't want anything else going on in my mind besides playing one hand at a time when I sit down at that table. So I don't want to be thinking about what's my responsibility to poker and everything else. And when I win the main event, hopefully, I do, then I'll start thinking about those things.
What are you doing that the rest of us aren't? I mean, you win 2 bracelets. You're at the main event final table. You win, WPT last year. What's Phil Ivey doing in tournament poker that the rest of us aren't doing?
Well, if I give that away, then everybody start winning. I can't do that. I think this year, besides for the most part, I was very prepared. I was on a very good schedule. I was doing what I needed to do. I was very in tune with poker. I was just playing a lot of poker up before the main event, so I was in stroke, and it showed.
My theory about players of your stature is that people either play one of 2 ways against you. They either fold too much because you're Phil Ivey, or they come after you because they want to beat Phil Ivey. Do you find that to be the case?
Yeah, there's no perfect way to really play against me because I make a lot of adjustments. I'm pretty good at adjusting to what my opponent's doing. I think that's why I've done well playing head up. So A lot of times people play overly aggressive against me and that backfires, or they play too passive and that backfires, or they try to, mix it up and then I kind of have to, guess a little more. But I think I'm able to make pretty good adjustments against whoever I'm playing.
Do you actively categorize the player as, oh, this guy's going to come after me and this guy's going to fold too much?
No, I try not to make prejudgments before they sit down and play.
No, but after you play,
after I play with them a while, then I kind of know what. Yeah, you can kind of see what's going on, how they're playing, what they think is correct, how they bet certain hands, what their strategy is, and then you try to counter it.
Were you ever all in this main event with your tournament life at stake? All in and called?
I don't think so. There was a couple times where I would have had very few chips left if I would have lost it, but I don't think I was ever all in. No, I don't think I was.
Of the final,
unless I'm not remembering something.
Well, I don't remember any of the hands that were reporting you being all in, so that's very likely.
I really don't think I was all in. I'm trying to think. That's an interesting question.
Of the final other 8, who do you think has the best shot of winning besides you?
Well, the 2 chip leaders, of course, and the kid from New York.
Yeah,
I think he has a good chance of winning.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of good poker players there. I mean, they don't take anything away from any of those guys. I mean, they're there. They know what they're doing. They did what it takes to get there, and everyone at that table has a chance to win.
No doubt about that. Sorry for the noise in the background, guys.
That may play a role.
What's that?
That may.
Background is the big stadium here in Salzburg, and it's just amazing the volume and the number of people that have turned out to see Phil and the rest of the team full tilt. I think we've got more than 9,000 people here this week. Obviously, poker is growing by leaps and bounds in Germany, Austria, and the rest of Europe. What do you see happening to the game over the course of the next 3 or 4 years worldwide?
Well, what I hope happens is, I guess, that they start televising more of the cash games, or they make the final table somehow. They can make the final table live. Remember, they experimented with that,
right?
Where you can see every hand. As a poker player, I know I loved it. I think you like it, but it doesn't really go well with TV. If somehow they can make that work, I think that would be great. Just having the cash games, more on TV. I think that was a very popular show. I don't know why they stopped showing that show. I have no idea. You know about these things, don't you? That's it, really.
So more cash games on TV, you think, would drive better ratings and more popularity?
I think so. That show did pretty well.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So